Think about the last time you looked at your dog and thought, I am doing everything right. You buy the good food. You take them to the vet. You love them completely. But what if I told you that 5 completely normal, everyday habits, things you do without even thinking, are quietly, invisibly cutting years off your dog's life? What if the real danger isn't what you're feeding them, but what you're doing to them in every other moment of the day? Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Matthew Brooks, your neighborhood veterinarian, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are doing a complete masterclass on the 5 habits that are shortening your dog's life. And I saved food for last, because what I'm about to share first is going to genuinely shock you. Grab a notebook. Let's get into it. Here's a biological truth that almost no one talks about. Dogs need between 12 and 14 hours of sleep every single day. Not napping. Not resting with one eye open while the TV blares and kids run through the house. Deep, uninterrupted, restorative sleep. And most dogs in our homes are not getting it. When a dog doesn't reach deep sleep, their body cannot repair itself. Cellular damage accumulates. The immune system weakens. Inflammation quietly builds in their joints, their organs, and their brain. Studies on canine sleep disruption show direct links to early onset cognitive decline, anxiety disorders, and shortened lifespan. We've known for decades what chronic sleep deprivation does to the human body. The same biology applies to your dog. The problem is the way we've designed our homes. Dogs sleep in high traffic areas, beside the front door, on the living room floor, in bedrooms where phones buzz and light flickers all night long. Every time their sleep cycle is broken, their body loses the window it needs to heal. The correct way is simple. Find the quietest, darkest corner of your home and make that your dog's dedicated sleep zone. A proper orthopedic bed, away from foot traffic, away from screens. A place they know is theirs and theirs alone. If your dog is a senior, this is not optional. It is medicine. Because every night of deep protected sleep is another day of healthy life you are giving them. I need you to think about what happens the moment you walk through your front door. Your dog explodes. They leap, they spin, they bark, they crash into you with their entire body. And you, because you love them, match their energy. You squeal. You crouch down. You rub their ears and baby talk them into an absolute frenzy. It feels like love. And it is love. But what it is doing to their nervous system is something no one is telling you. When a dog spikes into that frantic, overstimulated state, their body floods with cortisol and adrenaline. That is the same stress hormone cocktail that floods a dog during a thunderstorm or a panic attack. Every single day, multiple times a day. If your dog lives in a state of constant over-arousal, always bouncing, always spinning, always desperate for stimulation, their cortisol baseline rises permanently. Chronically elevated cortisol destroys immune function, accelerates aging in the organs, and is now strongly linked in veterinary research to shortened lifespan and early onset heart disease. The correct way to greet your dog is the hardest thing I will ask you to do today. Walk in the door and ignore them. Completely. Put your bag down. Take your shoes off. Do not make eye contact. Do not speak. Give it 60 full seconds. When they settle, when all 4 paws are on the floor and they are breathing normally, then you crouch down, make calm eye contact, and give them a slow, gentle greeting. What you are doing is teaching their nervous system that calm is the baseline, that peace is the reward, that love does not require chaos, and a calm nervous system is a long, healthy life. Yes, the walks. The thing you are most proud of. The non-negotiable daily routine that you use as proof that you are a great dog parent. I am not here to take away your walks. I am here to tell you that the way most people walk their dogs is actively harmful, and one small change will transform everything. Here is what most walks look like. The owner strides along the footpath at human pace, dog leash tight, nose jerked up every time they try to sniff. 10 minutes out, 10 minutes back. Exercise completed. Box ticked. But from a canine neurological standpoint, that walk did almost nothing. A dog's primary sense is smell. Their nose processes the world the way our eyes do. When your dog stops to sniff a patch of grass, they are not being difficult. They are reading an entire newspaper. They are processing social information, environmental data, and emotional cues that are as mentally stimulating as a crossword puzzle. Research from animal behavior scientists confirms that 15 minutes of focused sniffing burns the same mental energy as a full hour of running. And mental exhaustion, the good kind, is one of the most powerful longevity tools we have for dogs. A mentally stimulated dog sleeps better, has lower baseline cortisol, and shows dramatically reduced rates of destructive anxiety behavior as they age. The correct way is what we call a decompression walk. Let the leash go long and loose. Let your dog lead. Let them stop. Let them sniff for as long as they want. Your pace is irrelevant. Their nose is the destination. 3 of these walks per week, even short ones, will do more for your dog's long-term brain health than years of structured exercise at human pace. This one is the hardest habit to break because it is wired into our human instinct to nurture. Your dog hears thunder. They come to you shaking, panting, wide-eyed, and your entire soul wants to wrap your arms around them and say, "It's okay, baby. Mommy's here. You're safe. Don't be scared. I understand. I feel it too." But I need you to hear this as a veterinarian, because this single habit, repeated across years, is creating severe, chronic anxiety disorders in millions of dogs. Dogs do not understand English. They understand energy. When you respond to fear with a high-pitched, worried, emotionally urgent voice, your dog does not hear comfort. They hear confirmation. They hear their pack leader signaling that the threat is real and the danger is serious. You are accidentally teaching their nervous system to treat fear as a state worthy of reward. And every time that lesson is reinforced, the anxiety disorder deepens. Chronically anxious dogs produce constant surges of cortisol. Their digestive systems suffer. Their immune systems weaken. Their hearts work harder. Veterinary cardiologists have documented a direct correlation between long-term anxiety disorders and early cardiovascular disease in dogs. The love you think you are giving them is quietly damaging their heart. The correct response when your dog is anxious is to become boring. Completely, unnervingly boring. Sit down. Breathe slowly. Look at a wall. Project the most tedious, relaxed energy you have ever produced in your life. You can let them lean on you, but no cooing, no baby talk, no frantic petting. When they finally take a breath, shake off, and settle, then you give them calm, quiet affection. You are not ignoring their fear. You are refusing to validate it. And over time, you are rebuilding the architecture of a nervous system that knows how to be calm. And here we are, the one everyone expected to be number one, food. I saved it for last, not because it is unimportant. It is absolutely critical. But because I needed you to understand that everything else we have talked about today also matters. Your dog's bowl is not working alone. It is working inside a body shaped by sleep, stress, stimulation, and the emotional environment you create every single day. With that said, the dry kibble sitting in your pantry right now is missing several things your dog needs to survive into old age. It is cooked at temperatures so extreme that the living enzymes, the active probiotics, and the delicate omega-3 fatty acids are almost entirely destroyed before it ever reaches your dog's bowl. What remains keeps them alive. But alive and thriving are not the same thing. The single most impactful thing you can do tonight, before you go to sleep, is rehydrate their food. Pour a quarter cup of plain, unsalted homemade bone broth over their kibble and let it soak for 5 minutes before serving. This single step addresses chronic mild dehydration, which is one of the leading causes of kidney failure in senior dogs. Their kidneys evolved to process a diet of 70% moisture. Dry kibble is 10%. Do the math. And do it every single meal. Beyond hydration, add 1 omega-3 source twice a week. A single sardine packed in water with no added salt. Mash it in. Mix it through. The omega-3 fatty acids fight the cellular inflammation that drives arthritis, heart disease, and cognitive decline. And add a tablespoon of plain, unsweetened kefir or yogurt to their bowl 4 times a week. The live probiotics rebuild the gut microbiome that dry food has stripped away. A healthy gut means a healthy immune system. And a healthy immune system is the closest thing to a fountain of youth your dog will ever have. But please, please, read every single label. You are looking for one ingredient that will kill your dog. Xylitol. Sometimes listed as birch sugar. It appears in sugar-free and low-calorie yogurts, in peanut butters, in flavored kefirs. Even a microscopic amount causes catastrophic liver failure in dogs. It must be 100% plain, unsweetened, with 0 artificial sweeteners. That is the only version safe for your dog's bowl. My friends, here is the truth. I want you to carry with you today. The length of your dog's life is not decided in one dramatic moment. It is decided in 10,000 small, ordinary ones. The way you greet them at the door. The way you walk beside them on a Tuesday afternoon. The way you sit with them during a storm. The way you fill their bowl each night. None of these moments feel like medicine, but every single one of them is. You are not just a pet parent. You are the architect of the only life they will ever have. And the fact that you are here, educating yourself, refusing to settle for less than their best, that is the most powerful thing you will ever do for them. If this masterclass gave you something real today, please subscribe to the channel and click on the next video on your screen to learn what you should do every morning before feeding your dog. They'll thank you for it.